Hello, welcome to episode 64 of the Zeens and Roger Crochet podcast. I'm Rosina. I have a cold. It's nearly Christmas and I keep going wrong because my brain is mush. Let's go from there. How are you? You alright? I'm okay apart from that. So I'm going to try and keep sniffing to a minimum so I don't get on your nerves and keep crochet chat up high and and hopefully things will work out well. So thank you for joining me. I hope you've got your cup of tea or beverage of choice. I've got a cup of tea and then I could do some crochet in a minute. I could put my tea down, it's a bit hot, and then I could do some crochet. I'm going to put it on the arm of the sofa and hope for the best. This is the last episode before Christmas. Today is December 14th, the 14th I think. I want to get this in before the kids break up. I've got another week yet. Christmas, I think, starts well early these days. When I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to, I probably moaned about this before, like we weren't allowed the tree up until, I don't know, the 21st or something like that. The tree is up now because everywhere's selling out really quick. So you have to kind of be on it pretty fast. And so that got done just a couple of days ago. And it is quite nice to have it up. Right. I don't know. Blah 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 blah. Whip number one. I've got some baubles I don't like. So I am making the crochet bauble pattern that is my own. And there is a video tutorial for it and a written pattern on my blog. I can't remember if I told you about it this year. I certainly would have told you about it last year, possibly the year before. And I did Instagram like an old picture of some I made a couple of years ago. So I did that recently, but I don't know if I showed them on here and told you that I do in fact have a pattern. I haven't got very far. I've done one half of one and like nearly one half of this one. So I'm going to do another one of these and another one of these to join them together around the bauble. They look alright, they look quite good. I like them. But it has to be that size bauble. I get a lot of comments, or I should say I get a few comments every year about how you change the size depending on the size of your bauble. And there's no real formula because there are so many different sizes of baubles, so it's really hard to know what to suggest. I mean, this is DK cotton with a 3mm hook, but you could always go down a hook size, down to a different yarn weight, up to a bigger yarn weight and hook size, la-di-da. And also just like when you start adding increase rows and stuff like that, then you're gonna like drastically increase the size of the bauble. And it's trial and error really. I don't have a magic formula to just sort of make them slightly bigger or slightly smaller, which is annoying. But I always get the same questions, and I think the answer is just to try different patterns that you see out there, because they are all sort of slightly different sizes. But these ones are dead simple. But I was only going to do a couple just because I've been craving doing them, and every year since I came up with a design I've said, oh, I'll make a few more of those, and then I just don't find the time. So I actually, I'm making time just to sort of do a couple, and that'll be my Christmas decoration gesture for the year. I like to make something every year, even if it is only one thing. My tree is a mishmash of homemade decorations. which is the way I like it. And also like really garish, brightly coloured bought ones as well. Yeah. So arguably that's whip number 1. I'm just sort of, I've got myself a tin full of all the stuff I've chosen, so I can keep it all nicely together in a biscuit tin that's very festive itself. I'm not very with it today. Not very with it. I'm a bit hungover. Don't tell anybody. But it doesn't help when you've got cold and a hangover, I'll tell you that much. But it's Christmas, so you've got to do it once, yeah? I went out with my best friend last night. We went for cocktails and then shared a bottle of wine and a bit more. It was lovely. We don't actually get to go out very often. We often meet up in the middle of the week and go for walks and whatnot, but we don't often go out of a night and have a drink, so it was really nice to do that. Yeah. Okay, so that's arguably whip number 1. Whip number 2, I showed it to you last episode and there's not a lot of progress on it. I've decided that this is just going to be a blanket. So yeah, I haven't got very far. I've only done a couple more since I showed it, because I'm not enjoying the hook I'm using for it, but I can't change it now. I'm finding it easier to use the more I use it too. So I think that's pretty much all the colours I've got in it, but I might add more to make it truly, completely ugly random, because at some stage I'll run out of all these colours and then it might not be big enough. So, excuse me, yeah, I might add even more colours and just make it black. But, like, of an evening, if you just do a square or two over a long period, it will grow gradually. It's not for anything in particular, so I don't have a deadline or anything. There's nothing in my basket of tricks this week to show you. Nothing new. And I've got a couple of finished objects here. And then that's kind of it, really. I mean, I can talk to you about something else if you like. I am cold, so I've got my Hinterland shawl wrapped around me. When did I do this? A year ago? Do you think it's been a year? I reckon it's been a year. I used this pale pink and sort of dirty blue. It's like a Starcraft chunky yarn, but actually, although they're very nice, I wish they were different colours. I would quite like this to be cream, not pink. But to be honest with you, I only really wear it around the house. I don't wear it out ever, or I haven't yet. It's mostly my, oh, it's getting a bit chilly. I can't be asked to go and get another jumper. I'll just sling this on. It's one of those, and it's always somewhere in this room. Oh. I tell you what I'm going to do. As it's Christmas, I don't know if you're interested or not, but I will do a hopefully, if it looks alright, I'll post in like a 30-second whiz around my front room so you can see the Christmas decorations, because one of the other projects I worked on in the last couple of weeks was a shed load of pom-poms to make garlands, so it'd be nice if you could have a look at those. I think they look really nice. I love them. And what with the paper chains, I'll do a video so you can see. I'm surprised you can't. I don't know why. is not in frame, so I don't know why me going like this is going to reveal them. Are they up there? They're up there essentially. Okay. Unless I move the camera, you're not going to see. I'll whiz round and I'll squeeze the footage in. I might do it now. Okay. I didn't tidy, haven't hoovered, didn't clear up any of the detritus, which is actually why, like, the other end of the room, not going to show you that. Yeah. Okie pokey. I finished my blanket. Can you see? So that is the size of the double knit version of ZZ Block. I would really like to do an Aran weight version as well. I don't really like this colour combo. It's alright, but it's not very exciting. I'd like something a bit more sort of zingy, I suppose. And also to do not grey. It would be really nice if this was like an off-white and these were like a dirty rainbow. I'm thinking like of 70s colours, you know, that kind of dirty palette. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, so I think probably I've got a pile of stuff waiting to donate, so I think this might be a donation, either to a charity or a charity shop. Not sure yet. Charity shops are easier, aren't they? But it would be nice if it went directly to somebody that was going to love it and who wanted it. You know, it would make them happy rather than I don't know. Didn't take very long to work up at all once I had all the yarn. I did say last time that it was supposed to be a stash buster, but I ended up buying more pink. And actually you do use quite a lot of each colour, so I wouldn't necessarily call it a stash buster unless you were going to go for, unless you weren't fussed about running out and you could just blend in a new colour or whatever and then just have it really, really random. So you could do that. But yeah, that's ZZ Block, and there's 2 charts in the pattern for that one. I'll put a link in, but you get the chart for this one and then you get a chart for a slightly different version. I haven't seen anybody make the other version, have I? Oh, one I think. It is in the projects page on Ravelry. I think I've seen that. And then my other finished object is my shawl that I haven't blocked. I was supposed to block it. I finished it like, I don't know, last Monday perhaps? So almost, I don't know, 5-6 days ago. It was Saturday today. Did I finish it on Monday? Don't know. I'm supposed to have blocked it, but I couldn't be bothered. But what I did do, because I was going to block it straight away, but then I realised actually what I wanted to do was make an effort. So I finally splashed out on this. I had no idea that they were going to be so long. These are lace blocking wires. Knit Pro ones. I don't know if any other companies do them. I just got them from Amazon. I had no idea that it was this long. And actually, do you know what I think? The reason I did it, so you know, there's a bundle of them there. The reason I got them was because the knitting needle method, although it's, you know, it's not too bad, for a lot of fine crocheted stuff, you know, with 4-ply yarn and stuff like that. With the knitting needles, I haven't got many really sort of dainty thin ones, and you don't want to go poking through really chunky needles into a 4-ply shawl. It's not going to work. So I've sort of splashed out. I think they were less than they were about 18 quid, which is quite a lot, but they're going to last forever presumably. So this needs blocking because it's sort of it wants to fold in on itself in these corners, but that will totally open up and be smashing. So I found a way of going all the way around, but I would have preferred this to be pointy on all the corners, but do you know what, beggars can't be choosers, and also there was one idea I had to do that, like by extending the amount of stitches to bring it out, but I didn't think it would be prominent enough. I just couldn't be bothered. I thought, do you know what, that'll do, it looks nice. So I've kept all my corners so that they are rounded. But my shawl is finished. So it's asymmetric, but you know, you just sling it on like that, and it's gonna increase in size, and you can wear it however you like that, and then pin it, tuck that in, whatever, or wear it as I'm wearing this one, like trad granny. But I'm going to make another one, a less in-your-face one, but I do actually really like this one. I think it's really good. I'm really pleased with this edging, and once it's blocked, it'll look even better. I hope you like it. The pattern is only penciled out at the minute. I have not typed up the pattern. It won't be ready probably at the very earliest. I don't think it'll be ready by, like, I think it'll be ready at the earliest by the end of January, mid to the end of January. But who knows? You know what my track record is like for making promises about pattern releases, so yeah. But as shawls go, as designs go, I'm really happy with how it's worked out. Very happy indeed. And my next version is going to be a double knit version. That's a four ply version. And my next one is double knit, just some Stylecraft, Life, DK, in those colours. In fact, I might well make a start on it. Oh no, I'll do the baubles first. Let me make a couple baubles and then I'll start that. I've got lots of things I want to make in the next few weeks, and I know what I'm like. I start them all and then can't decide which one I want to work on at what time, and then I just end up picking one up, doing a bit of that, putting it down, picking up another one, doing a bit of that. I'm not a monogamous crafter. No siree. Okey pokes. Oh, well, I was gonna do a giveaway, wasn't I? So I've picked my winners at random. One from the UK who is going to get a surprise parcel of yarn. Random bits. How many times have I said random in this episode? Random bits of of balls of yarn. Hopefully for some of them there'll be enough to do projects with. That's the idea. And also, like, it's nice to try new things, and hopefully that'll be a good price. But I'm not going to show what it is because the winner, and I picked Sarah Swain from the UK. So if you're Sarah Swain, then please get in touch with me. I need your address so I can post it to you. Hopefully you'll see this in the next couple of days so that I can do it in time for Christmas, which would be brilliant. So email me, probably best, zeensandroger@gmail.com. But if I don't hear from you by the time I record my next episode, which will be January the somethingth, maybe like the 4th or 5th, maybe. I'll pick another winner if I haven't heard from you by then. And then for elsewhere, I did pattern price. So a random person picked is Pinky Swear 77, and you are from somewhere in the US. You did tell me where, but I've forgotten. So if you get in touch with me, I will ping 3 patterns from my own collection of designs to you, either gift them via Ravelry or I can email them to you. Just writing some notes, some very important notes. Well, that didn't take very long today, did it? Is there anything else? Anything else at all? La 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 la. Don't think so, actually. I'm amazed. I hope you've got some nice plans for the next few weeks. I'm going to try and relax. I don't feel very relaxed at the minute. Not relaxing. Do you know, I had no idea. I didn't really think about it, but it's the whole end of a decade soon. I don't know how important or significant that is really, because they're just made up arbitrary numbers, aren't they, really? But still, that's a long time. So we're going to go into 2020. 2020. It's nuts, isn't it? Wow. So whatever you do, whatever you're going to do, whatever your plans are, make them a good one. And I will see you next year. I'll see you next decade. Cheerio. Bye.